dog at my feet as well. Sorry.
Awesome. Perfect. I've got my dogs locked out in the other room so they don't bark.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Ignite Your Inner Bliss weekly podcast. And my heart is pumping. I've got goosebumps. I'm so excited to have this extraordinary young woman spending some time with me today. Her name is Anna Richards, and I've just got some notes that I'm going to look at a little bit as we go along. But I've known of Anna for about 3 years now. But in the last few months, I've been able to, get into your orbit a little bit closer. And I got to tell you guys, it is a really exciting place to be. So she is a professional network marketer. Her and her awesome husband, Morgan, I would say are lifestyle entrepreneurs. She's a self-love advocate. And I just saw on her Facebook profile the other day, she's a women's empowerment leader. So we're going to delve into that. And she's a lover of unicorns, champagne, and hot chips. So you truly can have it all. But I know, Anna, it wasn't always that way. You've been on a massive self-love and personal development journey. And, you're building an absolutely beautiful team. And what I love about Anna is that at the young age of, how old are you, 27? 28. At the young age of 28, just how you carry yourself with so much authenticity and how you're teaching me and so many other women to really own it. When I think of you, that's what I think about. And so much wisdom from you. And thank you so much for taking some time today. So maybe you just start with your story and then we'll see where it takes us.
Awesome. Okay, so what an honor to be on the recording with you, Christine. I adore everything about you. So thank you. And to everyone listening and watching, hello. Christine just did a really beautiful job of, I suppose, the widest snapshot of who I am and what I've done in this profession. But to take it back, I said yes to network marketing 4 years ago. And I think the biggest distinction, I love to share messages and themes and lessons throughout sharing my story. So the first one for me was I didn't necessarily say yes to network marketing. I said yes to some phenomenal products that I was madly passionate, excited about. And it wasn't so much, we can just hang out. We don't even need, no. It wasn't so much instantly understanding and falling in love with the business model, but I got really, really excited by learning more about the products that I said yes to. So I dove headfirst in from a product perspective, and my brown box came. I was met with a very, very, very skeptical husband. Didn't let it stop me. I persevered. I followed a guide. It told me tick here, do this, do that with our particular company, and I had life-changing results. So I was a girl who was already a big clean eater. Hey, my dog's just set off because you're talking. A big clean eater. I was really into fitness. I still am, but I just didn't feel amazing. And so, products in my body felt phenomenal. Awesome tick. Products worked. And then I absolutely got exceedingly excited by the business model. I have to say that for sure. And I just started to show up in the business model. So every morning I was waking up earlier because what excited me, this is what people have to understand about network marketing. It is the business of the 21st century. It just is. And I couldn't articulate that 4 years ago, but what excited me was I saw this huge potential that, hang on a minute, I feel great. I'm looking great. These products work. Why wouldn't I share this with people? People are constantly asking me, Anna, where do you get your hair done? What gym do you go to? What kind of exercise do you do? Where do you shop? What's your favorite cafe? All of these things. What pet insurance do you have? That was one I got the other day. All of these things, and we're natural sharers. So I thought, hang on a minute, there's this business model here that if I just share what I love with these products, I can get paid. So I started to do that. I worked a full-time corporate job. I was a business development manager in a mining services company. Very, very stressful job, very well paid, very well respected. But it wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. I refused. There was a glass ceiling that I was constantly having fights with my boss about. Income, write, all of that in the workplace, not just for me, for everyone. And it was also huge for me that I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to retire my mum. I wanted to travel. I wanted to not have to, beg a boss for 4 weeks off a year if it fit his schedule, not mine. So all of these things, and I refused to allow the income that I earned to match my goals. I wanted my goals to match my income. So I dove headfirst into this profession. I got up earlier, I stayed up later, I was on the phone, I was on the Facebook, I was at events, I was doing everything that I could to learn more about the profession, learn more about our company. And every day I was showing up, sharing my story, getting people excited, drawing our compensation plan. And day by day by day, I created, I matched my full-time income within 3 months. And that I always say that's rare, sure, but it's possible. And then I chose as a woman to step away from my corporate career and into becoming a professional network marketer full-time because I could. I didn't do it any sooner than I should have. I did it once my income was replaced and I was financially okay. I think that's really important. And then I went for it. So then the first year for me, I had created a multiple six-figure income yearly residual for myself. Month 16, my husband was able to leave his corporate career, and we're 4 years in now. We live in our dream home. We travel the world. We have this big, beautiful, abundant team. We get to impact people's lives every single day. And that's my job. People go, what do you do? And I'm like, well, have you got 10 minutes? No, but I just say, I get to help people get healthy and I get to help them get paid. How does it get any better than that? So
yeah, awesome. I love that. And you would know better than anybody that this business model, such a big part of the success of network marketing comes down to personal development, right? And working on yourself every day. So I'd love for you to just share, what's really important for you, like on a day-to-day basis to keep your head in the game. So what do you do? What are the things that you do every day outside of working sort of on your network marketing business for yourself to keep your head on?
Yeah, so this is like one of my favorite questions that everybody should be asking of themselves every single day. Because I always say before I show up for my team, before I show up for my husband, before I show up for calls, before I show up for you, before I show up for anybody, I show up for myself. So I call it every morning I have a self-love sabbatical. And I just said to Christine, this is so important. I knew this was at 10 a.m., but I have my self-love sabbatical. And obviously it's normally a lot earlier, but I had a Pilates class before this that I was going to reschedule so I could, look a bit better for the webinar. But as well, I preach women empowerment, so I wanted to show up real. But yeah, so for me, every single day I have non-negotiables. And that's not to say, so I'm going to tell you what I do, but I'm really big on saying that doesn't mean that that's going to work for you as a listener or a watcher right now. You've really got to find what works for you, and it's got to feel like, but how do I know if it's working? It'll work. You move, I always say you move, the universe moves, but it'll work because it feels effortless. It's not something that you're like, oh, it's like another thing to do. It's like you've got to put it on your to-do list. That's not what your self-love sabbatical should feel like. So personal development.
That.
Yeah.
That right there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Keep going.
It's true because so many people are like, they put meditation on their to-do list. I'm like, it should not feel like, take it off. If meditation doesn't feel good, take it off. So for me, every single day, I don't have to, but it's just feels so good for me. And I know it's crazy, but I do like to wake up early. So I get up at 5 a.m. I go to the gym. I always have to move my body. Or I go for a walk or whatever it is. And I do my visualization. So I can't show you, but I have my vision board right in front of me. So I sit with my cup of coffee, my shake, and I do my visualizations. I write out my goals and my gratitudes every day. And then I can go and get ready and I show up. So for me, it's really basic. At the moment, I've just added some new things in. So every day, because it's beautiful and warm in Perth at the moment, where I hail from, or we hail from, I am going to the beach with a 4 minutes walk. And it was something I kept putting off. But it's things that fill my soul up. I don't sit every day and meditate. A lot of people, it's probably the best thing I could do, but I just doesn't fit right for me. What does is going and lifting some heavy stuff at the gym, going to Pilates, going to the ocean, sitting in my own visualization with my vision board. All of that stuff is so effortless to me. Reading, so then I do that at night. So morning, I don't look at my phone, I don't look at my emails, I don't take a call, I don't do anything, I don't get ready, I don't shower until I've sat in my self-love sabbatical, filled my tank, and then I can show up in the world. And I mean, generally that I'm done by 7:30. So I'm good to go. But other days, it's 10 a.m. and I've just got back from Pilates. So now I'm starting my day. And again, I can have this conversation. That might seem so weird for you because you're still in a corporate full-time career. But that is the power of this profession. If you really understood it and went for it, you could sit in this same position and be like, yeah, I went to Pilates at 10 a.m. sort of thing.
Yeah. And it's probably not a huge amount of time either, right? But it's focused time. It's really focused. You're present. And because I think a lot of people sort of fall into this idea that they don't have time. Yeah. But, you can carve out 15, 20 minutes to do a self-love sabbatical. I love that.
Yeah. And when I started, so when I had a corporate full-time job and I didn't have much time, I mean, I always say, people that say they don't have much time, you need to get rid of that language out of your thing and just say, I'm not prioritizing it right now. That's how it's like, you have time. We all have 24 usable hours in a day. But back in the day when I couldn't prioritize longer self-love sabbaticals. My self-love practice was actually, I'd go to the gym, of course, I'd get home, and all it was, because this is the only time I had, but it made me feel so good going into my job. I'd dry body brush my whole body, have a 10-minute shower, and then I'd put coconut oil all over me. And that was just, I'm nourishing my body, I'm nourishing myself. It was literally, you can do again, it doesn't have to be sit in meditation and visualize. It doesn't have to be like I sit and write my goals every day. That can take some time, but yours could be standing in the shower and just saying gratitudes for 10 minutes. That could be your. But personal development, oh my God, it's, the number one value for me in terms of growth. And I have to say it was absolutely, coming in and going very fast. I did have years of personal development behind me. But the second thing that I always say, just because you've heard that doesn't mean that you then have to stay stuck in feeling like you have to get ready on your personal development journey. Like, you don't have to then personally develop to do well in this. It's all part of the journey. Go on that journey, share that journey, just run.
Yeah. Love that. Okay. So you just said something there about that you'd started this personal development journey quite a while ago before you came into network marketing, right? Yep. So can you just go back a little bit and talk about sort of how, what happened for you and how you sort of really, because I know that you'd started a blog, just maybe delve into how that all came about for you.
Yeah. So this is, I'll try and keep it short because it can become such a big long story, but it is really powerful, and it's really powerful for two reasons. And you'll understand when I start to share it. But the first lesson in this story is really about understanding that you should never, ever let anyone tell you who they think you should be, and never let anyone stop you. Because if I had listened to this particular group of friends when I started a blog, I would not be fundamentally where I am today. And the second thing is, just never be scared to show up as who you are. So I was 23, so I don't know, 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I started a blog, and I was very entrepreneurial. I was always looking for something. So I'd actually started a dating website. It was huge. I'd invested a lot of money at 21. So where this blog came from was I was trying to show the girl that I wasn't a multi-million-dollar corporation starting this dating website for 18 to 35-year-olds. I was just a girl trying to, show up in the world and take people on this journey with her. So I started this blog with the most beautiful of intentions, loving intentions, really got into personal development at this time. I was 21 when I started. So reading a lot of books. I'd read Tony Robbins, Gabrielle Bernstein, Oprah, all that stuff. Started this blog and literally overnight. So I'd been running it for about a week, not very long at all. And is this an okay story to tell?
Yes.
Where this goes? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like I could just be like, I started a blog and today it's actually really successful, but there's actually a big backstory to it. So I started this blog and I had a group of friends my best girlfriend. So all of my girlfriends from school who I'd been, friends with for 10 years plus, they were my only friends. They were my best friends. Decided I was sitting at work and I kept seeing them. I shouldn't have been online. But they were talking about, they were putting statuses up, and my best friend put a tweet out about this hilarious blog that they were reading, and oh my God, everyone should read it, and it's so funny. And I was like, that's weird. And you have to understand, 5 years ago, people weren't doing blogs. It actually wasn't a thing. I can tell a whole other story about that. That blogs were very unknown. And I hadn't really shared that I was doing mine yet. So I was like, when you just know, like I was like, something is wrong here. Like something's really wrong. And I contacted my best friend. It was all very, very quick. And I contacted my best friend and I was like, hey babe, like, what's this blog? Like, is it mine? Like, are you guys like shouting it out or what's going on? And this girl, I said him, came back to me and she's like, oh, I can't remember the link, like, rah, rah. And it was really, really weird. And I was like, oh, something's going on. And within 5 minutes, they shared the link. And what they'd done was basically, one was the instigator, but they'd all were part of it and supported it, had started a totally separate blog about me. So they'd written articles about me, they'd, ripped content that I'd put on my blog about exercise or, how to create a beautiful bedroom space or bar, those things, and just completely been like, I think the title of the blog was Who the Do I Think I Am Anyway, or Who the Am I to Have a Blog? And just absolutely ripped my character, ripped who I was, just destroyed me. But you have to understand that 24 hours or less before this, these were my best friends who had said nothing to me and I had done nothing to them. I just tried to make a change in my life. It broke me, absolutely broke me. I was at work and I tried to keep it together. My boss, who was amazing, I was in the back room, hysterical. And I contacted them all. I started to contact all of my friends and I was like, what's going on? What are you doing? Rah, rah. And they then just fully attacked me and just was replying, going, yeah, well, who the F do you think you are? You don't get to have a blog. You don't get to be this person. And I rang my best friend, who's still my best friend today, Najette, and she just was like, let it go, leave it. My husband was calling me, all this stuff was going on. My boss came and said, go home. I always say, I don't know how I made it home. I don't remember driving home. I was that hysterical because I just lost everyone. Like I was getting viciously bullied online and people were commenting and it was going like semi-viral in their world. And I got home and Morgan was standing there, my husband, and he'd left work because it was like, Anna's going to break. And he took me inside and he said to me, and it was the best piece of advice I've ever been given. And he was like, you've got 1 hour to wallow in this. Just, that's it. He was so firm with me and he was like, cry, scream, yell, curse their names, do whatever you want to do. But at the end of that hour, you get up off the bottom of the shower and you're done. You're done with the negativity. You're done with all that. Move forward. You're trying to make something of your life. You don't need that in your life. And I always say true to his words, I cried in the bottom of the shower for an hour. And like 5 minutes to go, I was like, I'm going to test him here. I got up, I went into the bedroom, I got dressed, and literally on the hour, he walked in and he was like, are you okay? We're done? And I was like, yeah. Blocked them all and I moved on. But the biggest thing that I always say was I could have created stories about that. I could have wallowed in it. I could have deleted the blog. I could have, tried to win them all back, but I just blocked it, kept the blog and moved forward. And then, a couple of weeks later, I got a write-up in the newspaper from the blog. All this stuff started to happen because I didn't let them affect who I was, what I was trying to do, the intention behind it or anything like that. And I always say today, that story is so relevant in our profession, unfortunately, because so many people start in network marketing and friends do the exact same thing to them. They put stupid statuses up. They're stupid. They put stupid statuses up. Not you, your friends. They'll put statuses up. They'll attack you. They'll be passive aggressive. They're negative. And that's okay, but you don't have to stand for that. You have to make a stand for your life, your values, your integrity, and move on. So that's what I always said today. It's such a powerful, and that's why in network marketing, believe you me, I had the new friends I'd made not fully understand it. I had family think I was in a cult. I got attacked absolutely when I joined network marketing as well. But because I had that like backbone like no other, I just was like, cool, yep, next, cool, every day, whatever, yep, water off a duck's back. I was like, I've done this before. I know if I just stay focused, keep going with my values, my integrity, knowing that I'm doing the right thing, I'll make it. And I did. I got through that. So people were like, well, she's doing it. Like, what are we going to say?
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was good. It was I always said it was all the learning curve, but I would not change 1 second of it.
Yeah. I love that story. And it was, as I was saying before we started, I share it with my team a lot because it's so easy to fall into that despair and really let it take over you. And, you know, we know that people who are successful in anything, right, they just don't live there, right? So, you know, how awesome of Morgan, you know, so ahead of his time too then.
He is.
You know, love that. So, okay, so let's say a couple more, because I know we're getting down to the last few minutes. So let's say I'm brand new to network marketing. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, for example, and I know nothing about it. I really like these products that I'm using. So, you know, what would be a couple of really good pieces of support or advice for somebody, if somebody's watching this and they're considering this profession, you know, what would you say?
A couple of things, like you said. What are a couple of things? I have a couple of things. So when I'm talking to anybody, I had a beautiful call with another lady I know the other day, stay-at-home mum. It was exactly that. And she actually was. I'm becoming known in network marketing as I am an ambassador for the profession. So we are part of one phenomenal company, but this lady was actually looking at a few other ones and just wanted my opinion because she knew that I would say it all with love.
Yes.
So what I told her exactly was I said, you know what? And this is the key distinction for me. I am an ambassador for our profession because I'm so madly in love, sure, with the business model. But above that, the biggest distinction, and this is what I always say to others, is that I don't do network marketing to do network marketing. Incidentally, I'm in network marketing and I'm lucky I fell in love with the business model because I'm so friggin' passionate about our products. So the number one thing that I always say and why I've had so much success in every conversation I have, every time it comes up for me, people go, oh, no wonder, literally, they're like, oh, no wonder you've had success. I can tell you love what your product so much. You have to be passionate about whatever company you're getting into, what the products they have. So if it's cleaning products, if it's oils, if it's cleansing, whatever it is, you've got to actually fully, absolutely be madly, deeply in love with that, and it's not be like half in, toe in, be all in. Be all in from a product perspective. I don't care who you are. You know, they say in our profession there's sort of 3 areas. You're a business builder, product sharer, or like a product user. I don't care about any of those labels. You're all in from a product perspective and you're all in from a business perspective if you choose to do the business. So absolutely fundamentally not joining network marketing to like figure it out or you'll see. It's like, no, align yourself, of course, with a company whose products you know you're going to love and know that are really going to complement your life, and other things. So if we're being very general with network marketing, you absolutely should be looking at a company that has been around for more than 10 years. 10 years plus is another big one. This is what I said to the amazing lady. I said, how long has this company been looking around for? And she said, it's brand new. And I said, well, that's okay. But if you go back and historically look, you should absolutely be focusing your attention on 10 plus years. Yeah. And then I just want to know about them. So I want to know why they're doing it, you know, because sometimes I say network marketing, if you're doing it for the products, beautiful, come in. 85% of most people in a network marketing company are just product users. So that's okay. Come in, come on, come all, come in to whatever company you so wish. But I think then if I'm talking to a stay-at-home mum who really wants this, who's like, no, Anna, I really am inspired by what you've done. I then want to know why. I want to know what inspired her to pick up the phone, or what inspired her to say yes to a tool. Then we go deeper. So then I want to know, once she says that, I want to go, okay, so why is that? Was that the specific thing for you? And then we go deeper and deeper and deeper until she knows, or she can articulate, or he, but I'm really about women, she can articulate to me almost emotionally, like, I want this. A beautiful woman I was speaking to the other day, this comes up a lot from a health perspective. Excited by network marketing, excited by the product, so tick, 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 tick. The biggest thing for her was like, I want to not turn the light off. We're talking about network marketing, but I want to get to this stage with someone. She said, I want to feel beautiful and confident again and not feel like I have to turn the light off when I'm getting undressed in front of my husband. We're like crying, we're emotional. That's the juice that I want to get to with someone, because network marketing isn't about the money. And I know that sounds crazy because, I've got a big story, but it's about relationships, and it's about meeting your best friends. All of my best friends today I met in our company. So it's about, network marketing is a relationship business, and you want to know before someone has even said yes to you. That's why when people say, I don't know what tool to send, I'm like, how do you don't know what tool to send when you should know their eye color, their kids' names? That's because that's what's important. We are humans having a human experience, desperately in need of a human connection. And if you can get that human connection with the person that you're talking to, understand their why, tick those initial boxes. Why our company, are you passionate about health or whatever? Then you want to go deeper. But absolutely tick your first boxes. You've got to be looking at the right company. It's got to be around long enough. You've got to be excited about the product. Like I said to someone the other day, they were not pitching me, but they're like, can you just come to this information evening? And I said, I just can't, because I was like, I'm just not, it's not about network marketing for me. It's our products. Like, no, yours just don't excite me. They just never, like, I don't. And she was like, I'm so grateful for your honesty. And I said, learn from that. Like, understand I have so much posture all the time because I'm so in love with our products. And then secondary, I fell in love with the business model. It's so natural.
Yeah. I love that. Okay. Last really quick question. Women's empowerment leader you are. What does that mean?
Okay. So the biggest thing is that I always say, I'm turning 29 this year. And I think, and I believe deep to my soul, that the biggest thing that we always say, this is a semi-woo-woo, and that's okay. So make it comfortable for you with your language in your head. But there is the rise of the feminine. And that doesn't mean the rise of the woman. It just means that if you looked at the current, not to get political, but if you did look at the current political state of the world, and I don't mean just politics, just every environment, politics, sure, banking, all of that, it has been very aggressive. It has been very, masculine energy. We keep talking about these glass ceilings, women equality pay. I never feel any of that. I remember when I was in politics, I was paid more than men because I knew my worth and I could stand on my own 2 feet, and I always did so with love and confidence. So for me today, I say to women all the time, it starts with this self-love sabbatical that I'm trying to teach so many women about. Filling your tank. So we are the nurturers of the world. We are the softness of the world. We are the ones that can just love unconditionally at the drop of a hat. We are the healers of the world. And men are too, of course, but they are in that more masculine energy. So I want to raise women up more. I want them to understand their power. I want young girls to understand that they're beautiful from the inside out, not from the outside in. And then create this current generation, future generation, already generation of women who love themselves unconditionally, who understand their worth, who, understand their self-worth, know that they can show up as themselves, as they are every single day, walk into a room with their head high. And I always say I'm lucky that I do all that. So and I actually had stuff. Why I put that up was the other day I was speaking to a mentor and I said, I don't like the word leader. I was like, I don't like the word leader because we were masterminding this kind of brand. And she said, actually, big pardon. She said, no, this is exactly what women need right now. Women actually need leaders who are walking the talk and doing the do to follow so they can step into their self-worth and self-power. And I was like, do you know what? Even that title alone, I was like, I need that because I don't feel ready. But that's the point. not always feeling ready as a woman, but stepping up. Not always feeling ready as a woman, because we are traditionally, and we are known to take the back seat. The CEO of Facebook, I love this story. The CEO of Facebook has written a book, Sharon, I can't remember her name, but she always says, women, wake up. You want to take a seat at the boardroom, and yet at Facebook, she was telling the story how if there was ever too many people in a board, like who came to the boardroom, there was a set amount of chairs. The women always stood back and let the men sit at the table. And I'm like, no, not on my watch. We're all equal. So yes, I say women empowerment leader, but I love to think it as like a human empowerment leader. I want to raise men up. But particularly make women understand, because we always put ourselves second. We always put ourselves last. We put our husbands, our kids, our career, everything before us. And then we're the last ones. I'm trying to put you first now. Help you understand that your worth, your power, your everything. And then the rest will follow. And then that's how you can really show up in this world powerfully, beautifully. You can show up with no makeup on, sweaty, pimples, and still know that you're beautiful. I do. I always say, and that's a whole other thing. But I'm not okay at the moment with, even just the young women in 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 23-year-olds, having all this work done to fit a box of this new standard in society of what beautiful is. You're beautiful just the way you are. Freckles, pimples, greasy, whatever that is, because your light can shine from the inside out. So it's just all of this stuff that I'm starting to step into more and more and more, and just having a bigger voice on it so other women can have a voice on it.
Wow. Beautiful. Awesome. And I know what you mean, and I'm trying to get that all. It is, because I think women are fearful of power, and sometimes they don't understand what that looks like to be in the feminine while they're being powerful at the same time. Is that kind of what you're saying?
It's understanding that your softness is your power, and it's understanding that unconditional love. Like, I am so empathetic. Like, Morgan laughs at me, but I'll cry with a stranger on the street, but I can run a boardroom with that kind of softness and firmness. So it's understanding, and this is a big one. I've written a whole thing I'm going to share soon, open love letter to wild women. But it's understanding that you can have that polarity, the polarity of you can have that softness, but you can have that power. They're both sides of you that you just need to step into and own. And some days you're going to listen to Enya, and some days you're going to listen to Tupac, and that's okay. But it's accepting that wholeness of you, stepping into that more, giving it a voice, and that's when the true power comes in. Yeah,
awesome, beautiful. Okay, so where is Anna and Morgan? December 2017. What's in store?
Well, our goal this year, that's our goal, hitting our company's rank of millionaire, which we're very excited about. That's our goal. It's not set, but that's what we're speaking into.
Yeah.
We're starting some retreats this year that we're very excited about as of May. I'm starting some soulful sisterhood sessions in Perth as well. So there's a lot going on for this whole women empowerment thing, as well as ginormous business goals in our company. And as well, we actually wanted a white Christmas. So who knows? We might be Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah, Canada all the way.
Yeah, no, that's where we'll go. That's where we'll go.
It's great. All right, my darling, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for sharing all of that beautiful wisdom I've gained over 28 years. And thank you so much for your time. And I hope everyone got all of those nuggets. I'm sitting here writing stuff down, and I'm thinking, no, I can listen to the recording, but I got to write this down too. So awesome, beautiful soul. Thank you so much. And I'm going to pop this into a blog article and share you with the world.
The world. All right. Love you.
Thank you, Anna.
See you.
See you soon.